recording the trip into work, and it is already bad with the snowfall that has happened. I'm in the Davis Lake area of University, and in four-wheel drive, I'm still having trouble. I saw a car trying to get out of their driveway. Not going to happen today for them. Front-wheel drive. Again, I am four-wheel drive, and while it's kind of fun, this is not the kind of travel weather most people should engage in. Whew. Keep recording. I just bounced off the curb a little bit. You can see a lot of shaky camera here, but a lot of stress on trees. I imagine there's going to be power down in some areas. In fact, I've heard of power in some areas being out. I'm going to try to check that out, kind of behind the area where I live in the North Lake University area. Point out that Old Sugar Creek Road here has been plowed fairly nicely. It just came off of David Cox, and it was not. But clearly still people having issues here, and coming across someone who tried to turn into a road off of Sugar Creek and clearly is stuck. Lots of people walking, and a couple of snowmen to greet us there. Here's an example of what's going to be dangerous for a lot of people today. This tree absolutely bowed over top of Sugar Creek Road, Old Sugar Creek Road. That could fall at any minute here. I'm going to go ahead under it, but luckily it's not big enough to cross over to the power lines, but that's going to be an issue in a lot of places today. There we go. Actually, my Jeep may be a little too tall to fit there. We made it. That's the way to get around right there in a John Deere Gator. DeArmond Road in the University North Lake area. Very, very difficult to get around. You can see a car a little bit ahead of me here. It's having some trouble. I am slipping on the road, driving slowly, but still clearly side road that has not been addressed by city crews just yet. Well, this is a challenge. Right now I'm heading up a significant hill. It may not come across in the video as such, but this is on DeArmond, and I'm headed uphill. This is something that doesn't look like too many cars have really tried to do. I'm making it fairly well. Someone else with the right idea here, but on this Ford you can see somebody four-wheeling it. That may be the easiest way to get around today. The roads that have been scraped appear to be in pretty good shape. I'm on Prosperity Church right now, and this has been cleared off a good bit. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of difficulty in getting through. And this may be an issue, as you can see in front of me, along with even four-wheel drive sliding. Power's out at these lights here on Loganville Drive at Ridge Road, and that's going to likely be a continued problem as the snow falls and weighs down on some power lines. To make note of, there are a lot of people who are out walking, apparently without vehicles that can make it through. Of course, some just enjoying the weather, others are children. However, very many of them are out in what should be a drive lane or near where cars are driving. That can be a real issue. I have tensed up a little bit a couple of times as I've passed by people and could feel the car swerve just a little bit. So you need to be careful where you're walking if you're not in a car. a lot of people actually using the ruts in snow in places that haven't been plowed. You notice I am having to drive an oncoming traffic lane. It's just because that's what the snowplows have been able to clear out. So clearly in weather like this, you need to be aware of other drivers, because the rules of the road that are usually there don't quite apply. Now back into the correct lane here. It's tough to make this out, but that's a car buried in snow on the right hand side of the road, clearly totally lost control because it is pointing towards me on the wrong side of the road, and has been buried even further thanks to a snowplow coming through doing their job getting the roads cleared. But it's going to make for some real trouble in trying to get that vehicle out of there anytime soon. It may be a little difficult to make this out, but that's a car buried underneath the snow there on the wrong side of the road. So clearly they swerved off and crossed over into the oncoming traffic lane, or else did a complete 180 when they lost control. And to compound things, it's been buried under some more snow from the snowplows have been coming along trying to clear things up. So it's going to be very difficult to get that vehicle back onto the road after the snows are gone. As you can see, I'm on Salome Church Road here. There is no right or wrong side of the road. There's only one way to go, and that's in the ruts that have already been established. Snowplows have not hit this part of the road. They had been through a part earlier. We're going to have an issue here in a fairly remote, as far as the streets go, section of Cabarrus County. We have a vehicle that appears to be stuck in my path. It looks like I'll be able to get around this without too much trouble. A lot of people, again, walking on the street. Oh, I can feel the car. The Jeep, rather, slide into some of the ruts. Made it around them with no problem, but clearly going to be an issue for people today as they think they can just get out on the roads. This is going to be an ongoing problem until all these roads are clear of any ice. Heading towards Concord now, and while Tryon appears to be worn down pretty well here as far as having a path to go in, it does not look like this has been plowed. Coming up to this intersection, we see some people who are having some issues getting their vehicle moving. Looks like they're stuck up on top of the ice. The ice is, the snow's actually lifted part of their car up off the ground, it appears. They can't get any traction because there's too much bundled up underneath the frame of the vehicle. Here's another car that has been left abandoned at this point. Here to my right, we see another example of a car that just couldn't make it. Got stuck off to the side of the road, and appears as though they're going to be there for a little while. Crossing to Mecklenburg County from Cabarrus County, same road, Tryon, gets significantly worse. It goes from having been what appeared to be fairly well taken care of to coming down to just, as you can see here, ruts in the road. It looks as though Cabarrus County has run the snowplows on this road, and Mecklenburg County has not. And there's a snowplow. Finally, Mecklenburg County. And here we are, South Tryon, in towards town. You see lots of people having to hoof it, and I think we have a Good Samaritan here pulling over to help a group of people. Again, amazed by the number of people that I'm seeing have to walk, and walking along the major thoroughfares. And there we see another snowplow. Apparently one of the contractors, following right behind, headed southbound on North Tryon. These people better watch out. They're spared. To the left here, just left center of screen, you can see two snowplows working in tandem, trying to clear out North Tryon Street at East W.T. Harris. And here we are, southbound North Tryon. Vehicle apparently got stuck just a short time ago, still has the blinkers on. On 35th Street in the Plaza Midwood area, and absolutely no treatment on these roads. There I am, sliding a little bit, and doesn't appear as though these streets received any of the brine or slag pre-treatment. Certainly have not seen a snowplow. It's almost as though this was the first day of the snow, and remains to be seen how well these will get cleared off. You can see very, very rough conditions, slow going here on 36th Street in the Noda area. Lots of slush. Does not appear to have been scraped off yet. It's one of the, I guess, tertiary roads that plows have not gotten around to. Here at the intersection of North Davidson and 36th. North Davidson itself looks like it has been treated fairly well. Lots of slush and slippery stuff still on the road, so you need to be very careful. Heading into the North Davidson area, where it appears the roads have not been plowed. They have been treated with some solution from the amount of slush that I'm seeing, but clearly have not been plowed. It's making for some very difficult and rough driving. As you can see, again, a lot of people out walking in these ruts in areas where vehicles will be trying to get through. Hey, turnabout's fair play. Now I'm tailing the cop and recording him. There's Charlotte Fire and police. Here we are at the intersection of North Sharon Avenue and Central, and as you can see, a lot of people on the streets, a lot of slush that has not been taken care of just yet. Could be a mixture for some dangerous situations.